2026. That's right, guys. Last chance to get 10 bag of blueprint before we double the price in 2026. This is the secret of getting rich with these 10 bagger stocks. We'll give you the proven system. Okay, so let's check this out. What is going on with CXAI? Let's pull up the charts. Let's pull up the charts. We have so first of all, we'll get the major breakout. We got the big breakout today. So let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make a drawing. Hang on a second. One second. I gotta draw this for one second for the TikTok. Wait, we gotta put up the symbol here. Okay, guys, here we go. Here comes the. Okay, here's what we're looking at. CXAI. We had to break out above the 50 moving average. If you saw our videos earlier today, you saw that we were talking about this breakout. This is the upside reversal pattern. Very, very powerful pattern, okay? Very powerful pattern. And, of course, it started rocketing. We broke through these moving averages. And this is the 15-minute chart, by the way. Then we hit the 200. We were ready to break out. We were like, and it pulled back for a second. This is temporary. This is just a slight pullback, which is good. We don't want to see these things rip right through. We want to see a little bit of consolidation, okay? And by the way, we got a breakout also on the 1 hour chart. You see this? We got a stack of these algo triggers ready to go. You see, I showed you the 15-minute chart. I showed you the 1 hour chart. And the 30-minute chart is already breaking out. And your next algo is at 40 cents, okay? Your next algo is at 40 cents. So that is what's going on. So CXAI, we have what we call a stack of algo triggers ready to break out on CXAI. And what happens is this. What happens is, think of it as like a rocket going to Mars. Okay, you got there's booster stages. There's booster stages on the rocket. It just doesn't, one stage takes it out of orbit, one stage, et cetera, right? So CXAI, every one of these algo triggers is like a booster stage for this thing to go to the moon. Every time we break out of one of these levels, the stock goes higher and higher. That is what goes on. Okay, there we go. Shannon Hill. Thanks for requesting these shirts. Is the $3 goal realistic? My purchase price is 75 cents. Are you talking about CXAI? We got involved in CXAI at like 45 cents, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know when you got involved, but yeah, we got into it at 45 cents. Now what happened is, I'll admit it, the stock dropped. It popped. We had like a nice little pop, 30%, whatever it is. And I think because there was some shares that were converted from convertible note. There's a hedge fund that converted shares. And I think that put pressure on the market. And the stock dropped a little bit. It's bouncing back. Now, interestingly, some of our biggest winners are stocks that actually went up 1,000% or more. They went up 5,000%. After we introduced them, the stocks basically either they were flat or they dropped a little bit. Sometimes they dropped, they went up a little bit and they dropped like 30%. They were down for a little while and then they exploded, okay? I think we're going to see that exact type of same thing with CXAI, okay? We're following the same thing. Now, why do I think we can get to $3, $5 a share? That's right. My target on CXAI is $5 per share. That is my target on the stock. Is it guaranteed? No, it's a high-risk stock. Anything can go to zero, okay? Using the same methodology I explained in the book, 10-bagger blueprint, okay? I don't make things up, okay? Everything I tell you, I wrote this years ago, okay? This is like 3 years ago. This is years ago, okay? I'm not pulling stuff out of the blue. So we look for something which is in what I call a 10-bagger window. We have multiple catalysts. You got the stock at the inflection point. Everything is lined up. And most importantly, to address your question, how can this stock become a $5 stock? Very, very simply, okay? Today, CXAI is trading at 35 cents, okay? It's trading at a $10 million valuation, okay? They have, I think, $9 million in cash in the bank, $9 million in cash in the bank. What that means is when you buy the stock, you're basically getting it for free. You're getting CXAI for free, essentially. because again, they got 9 million in cash. You're paying 10 million for the whole company. But here's the thing. They actually have a business. We forgot to talk about that, right? They got this AI business, which is really transforming the whole workplace. Again, their clients, by the way, are major companies. These are Fortune 500 companies with 10,000 employees. That's their target market. That's their business. Their customers are like, if you go to their website, go to CX app, you're going to see who are their customers. Warner Brothers, Comcast, T. Rowe Price. That's the big mutual fund company. They got who else is it? Is it NBC? No, NBC. They got. Look at go to their website. Major companies using their service. These are companies that have 10,000 plus employees, multiple campuses, and basically CXAI helps them increase productivity, lower costs. It's a whole workplace app. Okay, check out the video interviews where we explain the details. Now, it's an early stage company. They just started a couple of years ago. They're doing right now 5 million in sales. Okay, these are long sales cycles. They're doing 5 million in sales. 5 million in revenues. What is that worth? That's the question. What is $5 million today? Their goal is to get to 100 million and plus. They're going to probably do M&A, but they're just in the early stages. But we have traction. Okay, so again, in the book, I say, hey, one of the things is traction, proof of concept. Those are the things you look for. You want to see that it's a legitimate company. Okay, traction and proof of concept, and we have traction and proof of concept. Okay. We got 5 million in revenues, okay? And what is that worth? 10x. SaaS companies sell for 10 times revenues, which is worth 50 million, okay? So you got $50 million valuation. This thing should be a $50 million valuation plus the 9 million. This thing should be trading at a $60 million valuation today. But you know what? Listen, let's not be that aggressive. Let's reduce it. Let's say it's 25 million, okay? 30 million, okay? $30 million is basically $1 stock, okay? It goes to $30 million, which is just the basic book value. You got a $1 stock. Now, here's what happens. What happens when they get to $25, $50 million in revenues? That means this thing will be trading at 10x, $250 million valuation, which is 20 times where the stock is today, potentially, not guaranteed. 20 times 30 cents is $7 or more. I don't think it's that difficult to go to 20 million in this business, in the AI business. Okay, let's address some questions. We're going to address questions from TikTok. The TikTok audience, that's right. The TikTok, we got a lot of haters. I know we got a lot of haters watching right now. We got a lot of haters. I don't know why they're haters, because we give you guys stocks that go to the moon, literally 10 baggers. And by the way, we have a couple of haters. By the way, one of the biggest thing, and by the way, we know we have one of the our number one hater on TikTok. He thinks he's original by saying, "Oh, this guy Jack, he claims that that his stocks, he's looking for 10 baggers. He says he's looking for 10 bagger, and these stocks only double, or they only go up 700%. They didn't go up 1,000%." That's the biggest criticism I have. Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. I don't believe in mediocrity. Okay. There's a lot of people, especially in Canada, a lot of these like third world countries like Canada, Australia, they have basically institutional mediocrity. Okay. And there's guys out there that, they don't believe, they have maybe low self-esteem, or I don't know what the issue is. I'm not a psychiatrist. Okay. But they're basically afraid of success or whatever. They think small. Okay. I'm thinking big. You have to think big, because if you don't think big, you don't go anywhere. Okay. Yes, you got to shoot for the stars. And if you miss, you'll get to the moon. Okay. It's okay. I'll be okay with that. You know what? So the goal of the book is 10. That's the name. 10 Bagger Blueprint is, I give you my system for finding stocks that become 10 baggers. How many of our stocks become 10 baggers? What percentage? Probably, I'm saying it's between 15 to 20%, 18%, depending on the market. So 1 out of 5, 1 out of 6 of our stocks become 10 baggers. Is it guaranteed either you do 6 and the next? No. Sometimes it runs in streaks. Sometimes we can have 5 back-to-back 10 baggers. Literally, we've had that. And then we have 5 dogs in a row, or we can have 10 dogs in a row and then 10. But the numbers come out to, over a period of time, about 15 to 20% become 10 baggers, and the rest are doubles, triples, etc. Okay, we got Shannon Hill saying, I just want to say thanks. You have helped me tremendously. Shannon Hill, you are welcome. That's right. I know the TikTok people are saying, this is not a real comment. No. Okay. They say, it's fake. It's fake. It's fake. They're saying, no, there we go. There we go. Unbelievable, but true. That's right. Listen, for every one of our haters, for every one of our haters, people who leave all these comments, we probably have 1,000 people who have made a lot of money, who made literally generational wealth with our stocks. Okay, if you go to our website, 10 Bagger Blueprint, you can see testimonials from people who've turned a couple thousand into literally a couple $1 million in like a year with our stocks. Yeah, it happened. By the way, that's very risky because these guys parlay. They're degenerates. They bought one stock, they put $2,000 into a stock, it became 20,000. The next one became 200,000, and the next one became like $1 million. So you had like 3 parlays back to back. It could happen. Is it very risky? Okay, so let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Let's get to the comments. Have been following Worksport. Been a big nothing burger so far. Worksport. I'm disappointed with Worksport, by the way. I'm disappointed because the fundamentals are great. The valuation is great. Everything they have is lined up. The stock went up 50% the day we launched it. They had record volume. The problem is, I think the problem is they had this open financing out, which was the Reg A. I didn't take it seriously. I didn't think it would be a big deal, but I think that kind of was like a wet blanket on it. They're raised like, I think, what, 10 million, they say. I think that brought a lot of supply into the stock. I don't know. Look, I think that fundamentally Worksport has 10x potential. I'm a believer in Worksport. For some reason, the stock is just like, it happens. It's just kind of in a no man's land right now. Dino Capazzoli saying, correct. Paid promoter, so you cannot blame him. Blame yourself. Paid content. That's right. Everything here is paid content. We've never denied it. This is stock promotion. By the way, we explain the value of stock promotion in the book, in 10 Bagger Blueprint, okay? If you don't have stock promotion, okay, if you don't have guys like me who do a very effective job of getting the word out on a stock, these companies go to zero, okay? Worksport, all these companies, there's a lot of short slows out there. There's a lot of pressure on these stocks. If they don't build an audience of investors, they go to zero. That's what happens in Canada. That's why the Canadian securities, that's why all these Canadian companies are having a problem because, they're basically morons and they're very crooked and corrupt in Canada, especially this guy Mark Faulkner from the Canadian Scam Exchange, aka the CSE. This Mark Faulkner is an absolute, he's basically a fraudster. He's a crooked cop. He's been basically going after us. He's saying, these guys are over promotional. Because here's the thing: we haven't paid this guy off. Okay, we haven't greased his palm. Okay, we're not having weird let's just say intimate relations with this guy like some of these people are. Mark Faulkner's boyfriend. Okay, Mark Faulkner's boyfriend in Vancouver. His name is Chris Parry. Okay, that's Mark Faulkner's boyfriend. He basically filed a false complaint about us. Why? Because he's a competitor of ours. He's a failed competitor. This is a guy who's basically a busted down loser. Chris Parry's a busted down loser, failed at everything in his life. He's Australian, by the way, which is, what do you expect from Australians? They're all, having, intimate relations with kangaroos. You know how that works, with kangaroos? And that's what the Australians have done. And he filed a false complaint. And this guy, because this guy, Mark Faulkner, they're basically boyfriend and girlfriend, these two guys. And you Google it, okay? And he's basically trying to ban us from the Canadian Scam Exchange, which is like, by the way, if you look at the CSE, the Canada Scam Exchange, they're down 85% in 5 years. It's the absolute worst performing market on the planet. Why? Corruption, and they're trying to say, these guys are over promotional, this guy, that. It's all a fugazi. The NASDAQ, the US markets are the best markets in the world because we have a free system, we have disclosure. We tell you, hey, this is a high risk stock. Okay, we got paid to promote the stock. Do your due diligence. Okay, you're taking a risk. It can go to zero, it can go to the moon. Okay, here is the thesis. Then you decide. Okay, we have We have freedom in America. In America, we believe in you give people the information, you give them full disclosure, let them decide, let the people decide. The people know best, okay? Not the government, not the nanny state. In Canada, they were they had that trucker protest. They were, what were they doing in Canada? Let me tell you how corrupt these Canadians are. They were basically, I think they wanted to take these people's children, the truckers. They were like freezing their bank accounts, stealing their money, literally taking their own children away from them, putting them into like, I don't know, detention camps. Yeah, it was happening in Canada. That is Mark Faulkner from Canada Scam Exchange. Okay, so Goomba, these tiny stacks, all right, this got to pump the stock. Yeah, of course. Of course. What do you think I'm doing here? Okay, we got Pratik Patel. He bought 10,000. Congratulations on becoming a penny stocks billionaire, Pratik Patel. Hang on a second. Let's go to the charts. Let's go to the charts. Okay, we're gonna go to the charts. What is going on? As we're speaking. By the way, let me pull this up. What's the volume today? We got big volume. The stock is increasing today on big volume. This is not a joke. 2 million shares. This is the biggest volume in since we got started. I mean, we had a couple of days of major volume, like 30 million shares, 5 million shares, but it's basically been 1 million shares. Now we got a 2 million share a day. Volume tells you the truth in advance. Okay, volume. Watch the volume. When you see a stock increasing on volume, it tells you something big is going to happen. Volume. What's the thing? The price action follows volume. Okay, price action, moon follows volume. Oh, I'm sorry. They say volume precedes price action. That's the saying. Volume precedes price action. First, you get volume, and then the stock goes to the moon. That's what happens. Let's go WAP. Oh, we haven't been on the WAP thing in a while. I tell you, I haven't been on the WAP because here's the issue. It's very annoying because the idea is, okay, we're going to launch a new stock. What is again? I make the money from the stock promotion business, right? This is the thing. It's very hard to serve two masters. Meaning, we work with a company. Our goal is to make the stock go to the moon, and we give people the market alerts and all that if they pay, but it's hard because, what happens is with the WAP thing, everybody's expecting us to have a new stock every 2 weeks or whatever it is. Sometimes we can go 2 months and not have a new stock. We can have 2 stocks in a month or 3 stocks a month. And, it's just, I can't deal with the craziness. It's too high maintenance. It's too high maintenance. So right now, you're getting everything for free. I'm giving you everything for free. Okay, so you have nothing to complain about. Everything is free. At some point, we're going to go back to some sort of membership model, okay? But right now, everything I'm giving away for free. Now, let's go back to the charts. Why did it decline? I don't know. I don't know why CXAI dropped. I don't know why any stock dropped. I mean, sometimes but like this stock, I don't know the answer. I don't know why it dropped. With the work sport, I have an idea why it was hard for it to break out above $4 because of the offering. And why did it drop where it is now? I don't know. It makes no sense. I mean, because they got revenues exploding. Okay, let's go to the CXAI. I want to talk about the stock that's about to explode, okay? We got a nice, beautiful bottom on the CXAI chart. Let me show you. If you don't want to look at me, you want to look at the charts, okay? So this is what we're looking at. We got this nice, beautiful bottom on the 15-minute chart. Beautiful, beautiful bottom, okay? This is a beautiful bottom, okay? You got like this, there's never a perfect bottom, though. This is kind of like, I don't know, it's somewhere between a inverse head and shoulders, double bottom, whatever it is, okay? Breakout attempt, okay? Breakout attempt, pushed back, okay? Pushed back. And now it's kind of hanging out. We're consolidating. It's waiting to make another move, which is very normal. It's kind of like, it's like in war. There's an attack. You attack. You get pushed back. Then there's a a counter attack? Am I right? Is that how then you attack again. You get pushed back. You attack again. Okay, this is what happens. Well, actually, we're going to find out because, it depends on the spirit. Is it, are they relentless? Are they have a fighting spirit? Does this stock have a fighting spirit to break out? We're going to find out in the next, hour or so. Okay, it looks to me like it wants to go higher. Now we had a profit taking over here. Okay, there we go. MACD, thank you for clicking the hearts button. Guys, if you're watching this, please click the upvote hearts button so we get more viewers, eyeballs on the stock. Because the more people are watching, the higher the stock can go. Yes, that's right. I'm very transparent. We're here to tell you the truth in advance. Okay, I'm very transparent. I'm telling you, my goal is to make the stocks go up in every way, legally, ethically, and morally possible. Okay, that is the goal. That's the goal. Okay, that's the goal. I got one goal. I look for stocks which have intrinsic value. They're deeply undervalued. They got multiple catalysts to become 10 baggers. And then we get them out in front of millions of people. Sometimes it works better than other times. If it worked every time, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be like, I don't know. It's like, I'd be the Messiah or something. You know what I mean? It's like, you show me one person with a perfect track record. You show me one person with a perfect track record, I'll show you a fraud. Okay. By the way, we actually have 100% track record. Ironically, on this channel, every stock we've launched has increased 100%. Every stock we launches has increased. Now, the question is, do they double on day one, which is my goal? My goal is for it to double on day one, or does it go up 25 or 50%? Now, we've had a couple of dogs that only went up 25 or 50%. And by the way, the haters should be so lucky as to make 25 or 50% in a day. They should be so lucky, okay? We do that consistently. For me, a 35% increase is a failure, okay? For me, 35% increase is a dog, okay? For some of these fake trading gurus out there, these fake Muppet Boiler Room channels, these guys who sell you trading coaching scams and all that, that's their goal. Oh, if they can make 35%, they'll brag about it for the next 10 years. 35%, I think, is a failure. I mean, listen, unless a stock goes to 10x, increase 1,000%, I'm not happy, okay? We had Seattle. Our biggest winner last year was Seattle, which increased 700% in 8 days. As far as I'm concerned, that's a failure because it didn't become a 10-bagger. It could have become a 10-bagger. Why didn't it become a 10-bagger? They were in the middle of a merger and they couldn't put out news. If they were able to put out news, it would have gone up 10x. Easy. That's what's going on. That is what's going on, guys. Okay, get the book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, on Amazon. Get our free newsletter. Click the link above in the bio. If you're watching on TikTok, you get our free email newsletter. If you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the video description to get our free newsletter, because we're going to give the alerts when we launch that next stock, the next banger, the next stock that's going to go to the moon, okay? Okay, Ali Trades. Yep, got the book and the newsletter. Congratulations. Here's to your 100x. Not 10x, 100x. I need a 100-bagger. It's been a while since we had a real 100-bagger stock, a stock that literally went up 100x. Not 100%, 100x. Like $1 to 100. The biggest one we've had so far in the last 5 years was a 50-bagger. Our biggest win was only a 50-bagger in 4 months. That's right. Stock went up 5,000% in 4 months. I'm not forgetting WGRX. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I get work sport mixed up with W. Yeah, we're gonna get back to WGRX. We haven't worked with them because our contract was only for 2 months, and then the manager. It was a weird thing that happened. We'll try to get back then. Anyway, let's zoom in. Let me show you what's going on right now with CXAI. Guys, right here. You got a consolidation. This thing could moon at any moment, like literally any moment. This thing could break out of this pennant and like literally explode. I think it's ready to do that. To me, this looks like a coiling breakout pattern. This is, I mean, what do you call this? A channel, a pennant, a flag, whatever you call this. and you got like little double bottom bouncing off the 50. This thing wants to go higher. I'm looking at the 3-minute chart. That's like the low life degenerate day trader chart, just to give you the inside, where it's going. Yeah, I think we bust out of here very quickly, and then we take out this level, 40 cents. Again, this is your 3-minute chart. This is just a degenerate chart. Let's look at 2 minutes. Let's zoom in. How degenerate can we get? Oh, there we go. 2-minute chart is showing a breakout at any moment. That's right. You want to see the trillion. You want to see the watch. WGRX. Anyway. Yep, Alley trades. 2-minute chart break at literally any moment. That's right. This guy's 100% right. 100% correct. Guys, if you are a degenerate day trader and you're watching this is exactly what you look for. You ride this thing, you grab. I mean, again, I'm looking for long-term trends. I'm looking to make 10x, but yeah, this thing is ready to pop. When does it pop? I got a feeling it's going to happen after I log off, because you know what happens? It's ready to go. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. Hang on a second. This thing is ready to go. I think it's going to happen after I log off, because you know what? I think the market hates me. I think really the market it hates me in the last few, because every time I do one of these things that's saying it's going to break out, I do a live stream and nothing happens, and then it breaks out after I log off. It happens at the close. But let me show you this. Let me show you what's going on. I mean, it's happening. I mean, look at this. I mean, you could see this. It's very easy to see it. I'm showing you the 5-minute chart. It's starting to move. It's starting to move. I mean, the thing is starting to move. It's like a volcano. CXAI is a volcano that's brewing, okay? And it's ready to pop off at any minute. Ready to pop off literally at any minute. You got this beautiful, beautiful breakout setup. Beautiful setup that could pop off any second. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable, but true. That's right. It's not just unbelievable, but it's also true. We got a little bit of profit taking. You see, we got some profit taking over here. That's what happened. Because we had a nice little run. Golden cross, very bullish. By the way, your golden cross over here, it hasn't even started. You understand this? This thing hasn't even started. This thing has not started. The golden cross over here is usually kicks in a little bit later. So this thing could pop to 40 cents in a few minutes. Julio Beams says he sold some. Julio Beams, you sold CXAI? What today? Were you day trading this? Are you a degenerate day trader? Did you day trade this thing? I mean, what you got it? What, you bought the bottom and you already flipped out of it? Oh yeah, let's talk about Rocket Lab. We're going to talk about Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab, baby. Oh, look at this. I mean, it's building this, I don't know, cup and handle or whatever you want to call it. It wants to go. Okay. Julio Beams, what price did you get in at? And what price did you get out at? I want to see what this guy says. He's probably going to say like 3 cents. These people. He's probably going to say 3 cents. Okay, let's take a look at Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab was ready to moon. Rocket Lab, not a client. But Rocket Lab, we were talking about Rocket Lab. We talked about some bigger stocks. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, Julio Beams got in. All right. Okay. Let's check out Rocket Lab, the daily charts on Rocket Lab. Let's take a look. RKLB. This company is literally going to the moon. When I say going to the moon, I'm not being over promotional. I mean, they're really literally going to the moon. You got beautiful uptrend, big uptrend. It had a major spike. Again, it's a space stock. What do you expect from a space stock? Major spike, gap, and it closed the gap, which is very nice. We closed the gap. Okay, we closed the gap, and now we are ready to move. Look at this. What does Folio Beams think of this? You got a golden cross, baby. Rocket Lab, golden cross on Rocket Lab, okay? You see that's your golden cross. It happened at 50 bucks on Rocket Lab, and it popped to 80 bucks almost. We touched 80 bucks. We touched $80. That's right. We touched $80 on Rocket Lab after the golden cross. So I'm expecting that type of thing to happen with what are we working on? CXAI. Am I pumping CDU? No, that's not a client. It's not a client. I should be, but it's not. Rocket Lab. How big can Rocket Lab go? This is a weekly chart. Golden cross. Uptrend. This thing is ready to look. You're going to consolidate a little bit. You're going to have a cup and handle. When Rocket Lab breaks out of this, it'll probably go another 50 bucks. Easy. I don't know. This thing could be like literally Rocket Lab could be $1,000 stock at some point. We've seen that happen. I'm thinking of maybe shifting my focus more to bigger companies, not just these like penny stocks. I'm thinking of like bigger type of thing. I've already done that because I've already pivoted from these fugazi like Canadian penny stocks. We had a lot of winners with these Canadian penny stocks. The problem with these Canadian penny stocks is this: the Canadians are basically mostly scammers. Okay, the Canadian Scam Exchange, the Toronto Scam Exchange. The CEOs of those companies, they're losers. Basically, they don't want to win. They're afraid of success. I mean, we've had that happen. We've had a couple of these guys like they were ready to become 10x, and they just like, oh, it's too much for me. Too much. We don't want to be a 10 bagger. Yeah, it's a weird thing. So I don't want to deal with it. I want to deal with NASDAQ companies, U.S. companies. Okay, which can become 100x. What about Rivian? We're talking about Rivian. Now, Rivian, it's part of our trifecta. Rivian. Rivian weekly charts. We got a breakout on the weekly chart of Rivian. That's a big deal. It's never happened before. That's a major buy signal. Again, this is what happens. You get a breakout, then it pulls back. We're talking about Rivian right now. We're talking about Rivian. That's the electric truck company, which, by the way, Worksport has a deal with them. By the way, we're going to have a golden cross on Rivian. When? Maybe in 3 months, it's going to be a golden cross. By then, the stock is going to be much higher. Okay, how high can Rivian go? My target of Rivian? All the way up. I think Rivian can take out this number. I think Rivian can take out this number. Not advice, not guaranteed. It's a high-risk stock. It can go to zero. And no, they're not a client. They should be, but they're not. Let's see. Daily charts, Rivian. Wow. Folio Beams. What do you think of this? What do you think of this chart? How do you like them apples? This is a place to load up. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I bought the pullback, but I bought it over here. I bought the pullback and it dropped $1 after I bought it. I should be buying it here. This is where I should be buying it. Or actually, I should be buying it when it breaks at above the 50. Okay. That's what's going on, guys. That is what's going on. I'm expecting big action at the close. You know why? It's New Year's Eve, and most traders have already taken off. They're already partying. Okay, they're already at the strip club. They're already in the champagne room. Okay, all these guys, all these traders on Wall Street, they're already at the champagne room right now. Okay, they're getting the $20 lap dance as we speak. They're not paying attention. So you have a vacuum in the market. The market hates a vacuum. The vacuums get filled. So we could see a major move in CXAI. Let's pull it up. User 764. I just won my fantasy football league $3K to invest in penny stocks. A fantasy football league. I don't even know how that. I actually don't even know how that works. I mean, I think I have a vague idea. I don't even understand. Yeah, I don't get the whole fantasy. I don't get it. Actually, I was never really a football fan until actually I saw. I saw like one of these games. On a big screen. I'm like, wow, it's pretty impressive. I mean, these guys are it's pretty athletic. I mean, these big guys can run very, very quickly. It's very impressive to see that this guy can actually move like that. I mean, and they catch the ball. I mean, it's impressive. I actually get it. For a long time, I hated football. I was like, because it's like so, they stop, they start, they stop, they start. I don't have the patience for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I saw a couple things on TV, and it was pretty good. But if you have $3 to invest in penny stocks, now we don't give buy-sell recommendations here. We do not give buy-sell recommendations. All I suggest is check out 10-Bagger Blueprint, this book. If you get this book, it's on Amazon, click the link above. It'll give you a proven system for finding stocks that can become 10-baggers. So you could turn that 10 grand into 30 grand and 300 grand and 3 million. We've had people do that. We've had people do exactly that. Okay, let's go to CXAI. Enough with Rivian. Rivian is not paying the bills. What is going on with CXAI? We got. Okay, I'm going to log off. It's 1:30, and I got to get going. I got things to do. But we got a beautiful chart that looks like it wants to break out. I'm going to show you this one last time, and then I'm going to log off. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you this one last time. I'm going to show you what we are looking at on CXAI. We're looking at a pennant formation forming on the 15-minute charts. The 15-minute charts show a pennant formation. I can't draw it on YouTube. Can't draw it on YouTube. But it's ready to pop. This thing is ready to pop. What is my number one penny stock for today? I'm going to tell you my number one penny stock for today. Ready? CXAI. By the way, this is a client of ours, so it's obviously we are biased. We are biased, 100% biased. We get a pennant formation again. You got a breakout. This was your buy signal. Okay, buy signal over here. Confirmation, consolidation, and now again it made a breakout attempt. We had a breakout attempt. It got pushed back. It's kind of like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. In the ring. Sometimes he gets punched in the face. He gets he's on the ropes, then he punches back. Right. So hopefully this is going to be early Mike Tyson, not Jake Paul Mike. Or is it Jake Paul? Hopefully it's early Mike Tyson. It's the 18-year-old Mike Tyson and not the Jake Paul Mike Tyson. But anyway, we got a beautiful breakout happening right now. It's probably going to happen right after I log off. It's going to happen into the close. Watch this, guys. Do not leave early. Do not leave early today, okay? Do not keep your phone, keep your thing in front of you, because I'm telling you, this thing is going to explode at the close. 3 o'clock is going to be moon mode, okay? This thing is ready to explode at the close. Hubert Zwadicek. Hubert Zawodwich. What do you think about Agilon Health? I don't know anything about it. Suspicions of paper fraud. I don't know anything about it. The only fraud stock I know of is Aduro, A-D-U-R. I'm not saying it's a fraud, but Aduro is a fugazi. Aduro, A-D-U-R, is a fugazi. I'm going to leave off on Aduro. This company is a fugazi pump and dump Canadian penny stock from the Canada Scam Exchange. It is a massive fugazi pump and dump stock. How do I know it's a fugazi pump and dump? You got a bunch of paid promoters pumping it all over social media. They're not disclosing that they're getting paid. Okay, I'm going to show you the busted down fugazi chart that is Aduro. Fugazi, scam, pump and dump, Canada garbage, straight out of Scamcouver. And by the way, literally, this company, there's a number of low-life scumbags promoting Aduro I know these people. I did business with some of these people. They're literally committing securities fraud. And you know, the Canadian Scam Exchange, the British Columbia Scam Commission, BCSE, they're ignoring it. Why? Because they're lazy, they're corrupt. And that's the way it works in Canada. You got a third world country. Aduro, guys, be careful of the stock. Aduro is a fugazi pump and dump. Okay, we're showing you the chart of Aduro right here on YouTube. By the way, this is a perfect example of a fugazi pump and dump stock, Aduro. Check this out. You see this? We got a death cross breaking down below the moving averages. Right now, boom, it's going to zero. It's going to zero. You got the cup. You got a head and shoulders top, guys. Here, let me show this. Let me show this to YouTube, to TikTok, so they know what to look for. Aduro, this company is a fugazi. Aduro, fugazi, 100% going to zero. Head and shoulders top, break down below the moving averages. Again, death cross, the opposite of a golden cross. Death cross, going down, death cross again, double death cross, and breaking down below. Okay, and guess what? This company, you know why I think it's a scam? You know why I think Aduro is a fugazi pump and dump? First of all, it's a vaporware, some science project that they claim that they can turn, you know, plastic bags into, I don't know, oil. It's one of these fugazi science projects. Here's the deal. The thing is trading at a $400 million valuation. $400 million valuation. How much are they generating in revenues? Zero. Ungats. You know what ungats means? Zero. Aduro has zero revenues. Zero. Do they have any revenues on the horizon? Zero. Double zero. They got nothing going on. They claim that they have some oil companies that threw some money at them, partnerships. There's no partnerships, okay? These oil companies, Shell, this, that, Total, they throw billions of dollars at any clean tech bullshit thing out there. They throw billions, they spread the money around because it's good PR, and they just do it, okay? It's good PR because when they get hauled in front of Congress or whatever, the UN, and they say, oh, how come you guys are producing fossil fuels and polluting the planet? They'll say, oh, no, we're trying to transition to clean energy. This is where we're making these investments. It's a PR gimmick. It's a hedge for these guys, okay? So it means nothing. It's not validation. Aduro is a fugazi, 100% fugazi vaporware stock. Repeat after me. Aduro is a 100% fugazi, okay? And they got Miss Piggy promoting Aduro. You know who Miss Piggy is? Miss Piggy is the pump and dump, little Miss Piggy pump and dump. Miss Piggy is a pump and dump prostitute who's on social media. She's got a Discord channel where she's got these suckers, these simps, who are buying these stocks because they're stupid. Now, here's the thing. When you get a $400 million valuation, the only way to support that is if you have 40 million in revenues, at least, okay? Or you got real, like, traction. Like, for example, now somebody goes, oh, no, it's a pre-revenue company. Yeah, they're all pre-revenue companies. Now, okay, in the biotech space, you can have companies with a 400 million market cap. Actually, no, they will definitely have revenue. They're going to have basically usually some partnerships. They're going to have some money thrown at them for like milestones, partnerships, what do you call it, from big pharma companies. They'll say, okay, we want to partner with you on this drug. We'll give you 50 million now as an advance towards whatever. Okay, no company can have a 400 million valuation unless they have real revenues. A minimum 40 million, a minimum. And what is these guys? They have nothing. They got zero. They will never have revenues. I can almost guarantee you that they will have no revenues in the next 5 years. All the upside has been pulled forward. Guys, I'm telling you how to avoid these scams. And I explained that in my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint. What Aduro is, okay, it's what I call a fake it till you make it company. Fake it till you make it. I got a chapter that explains the various penny stocks and which ones are scams. Aduro falls into the scam category. Now, again, I'm not saying it's a fraud. I'm not saying they've committed fraud. I'm not aware. Maybe they haven't. I have no idea. I really don't. I'm calling it a scam as just a shorthand for a fugazi piece of shit company that has just promotion, vaporware. They have no revenues, and there's no revenues on the horizon. To me, that is a fugazi, okay? Aduro is a fugazi, mark my words, okay? And Aduro will be 0, and it's crashing as we speak. Aduro is crashing literally as we speak. I've never been wrong. You know what? Sometimes I'm not always right whenever I say a stock is going to be a 10-bagger, but when I tell you a stock is a fugazi, I'm 100% right. I have a 100% win rate, track record in exposing fugazi stocks. That's right. I have a 100% track record, success rate exposing fugazi stocks. That's right. Unbelievable. Josh Blue Young. Josh Blue Young. You saying CX may blow up today in a good way. I followed you in lottery. You was right. Well, by the way, I hope you got in early and you got out early, because when we launched lottery, the stock tripled like literally in a day. And we had a couple of good calls on the trading calls of lottery. The problem with lottery, that CEO turned out to be a fugazi. That British CEO was a fugazi. Listen, you know what? I should have known. The guy is doing a live stream sitting in his shorts in a hotel room. I don't want to, come on. The whole thing, it turned out to be a fugazi because, you know, he started doing these wacky acquisitions, which made 0 sense. They made no sense. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. Like, I don't care if you want to pay. I just can't deal with a fugazi stock like a lottery. We could have, I could have milked that company for, you know, a couple $100,000. But I don't want to deal with fugazi scam companies. I got better things to do. Okay, let's take a look at CXAI. Yeah, we are ready to explode to the moon. CXAI is ready to go moon mode, literally as we speak. Again, I'm going to show you the charts, and it's probably going to happen after I log off in 15 minutes, okay? Because the market doesn't want to see me. Yeah, I don't know, it's the market. The market is, okay, check this out. Check it out. CXAI, baby. CXAI moon mode. Big volume. We got big volume today. And we got some profit taking, but we got major volume today. 2 million shares. Look at this. Breakout, and we got pennant forming. Pennant. It tried to make another breakout attempt, okay? And it got pushed back. It's going to make another breakout attempt. If we break out of 35 cents, okay, here's what you do. If you do like a stop, a buy stop at 35, 36 cents, this thing can explode. Why? Because the second breakout is usually when these things actually work. Sometimes they got to do a couple of breakout attempts. It looks like it wants to do it now. Look at this. It's happening now. You got an inverse head and shoulders bottom. CXAI wants to go much higher, much higher. CXAI could be, again, my target on CXAI is $5 a share. CXAI is my target. Excuse me, $5 is my target on CXAI. We got this guy Poe saying, don't listen to this guy. Okay, don't listen to this guy. Hey, don't listen to this guy. Do what you want to do. It's a free country. It's a free country. I'm not even going to block this guy. I'm not even going to block him. You know why I'm not going to block him? Because I want to have diverse opinions, diversity, equity, inclusion. You're not worth blocking. You're not worth the effort of me touching the button. You're such a loser. I mean, really, you're a pathetic loser. Our channel is for winners, okay? It's for winners, people who want to make big money, okay? Our stocks are 10 baggers, okay? We have a 100% win rate. Thank you for, by the way, thank you for showing up. So you're forcing me to give you our track record, okay? Our track record is 100% win rate this year. Every one of our stocks is increased. Now, the question is, did they increase 25% or 700%? You know, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not. You know, you know, if you want somebody who's perfect, you know who you go to? God. Okay. I'm not God. Okay. You know, you need to. If you want somebody perfect, you have to turn to God. I'm just a human being doing God's work. I'm a human being doing God's work here on earth, trying to elevate, trying to make Penny stocks, great again, helping you guys get rich with these stocks. John Blue Young is saying, yeah, don't miss out because no one is perfect. That's right. Do your own research. Do your own research, baby. Do your own research. CXAI beast mode breakout happening right now. CXAI bug true. I don't know. Is that this guy's name? We're talking about CXAI. Punch this up. CXAI. Somebody's asking what happened with Seattle. Seattle went up 700% when we had the contract in 8 days. It went up 700%. We haven't worked with them in 3 months. I have no idea. By the way, I literally have no idea what's going on with Seattle. I haven't even looked at this thing in weeks. Okay, CXAI ready to bust out. 35 cents coming up. CXAI. Come on. I got to see this at 35 cents before I log off. I need some satisfaction. You know what's going to go there. You know what's going to go there. You can see, you can just tell. Look at this. You can just tell that this thing wants the moon. Okay, you can tell it wants the moon right here. Look. Mira, papi. CXAI 34.8, 34.8, 35 next. Come on, baby. 34.96, 35. Come on, do we hear 35? Let's go. 35. I'm like a degenerate dog track. Okay, beautiful pet, ready to pop. It's gonna pop right here. That's a beautiful breakout pattern right there, baby. We're gonna zoom in on this. This is the 5-minute chart. This is what the degenerates look at. The low lives out there, the low life degenerate day traders, they look for that chart. And this is the 3-minute chart. We're gonna get even more degenerate. Beautiful pennant, flag, wedge, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what to call it. It is so sexy and beautiful. Where would it go? It is going to go to $1,000 a share. It would go from 35 cents to 1,000 by Monday. No, my target is $1 in 7 days. My target is we triple to $1. Target is $1 in 7 to 10 days, and then $5 in 6 months. $5 is the target in the next 6 to 9 months. That's right. $5 is the target on CXAI. What do you guys think of CXAI? Leave your comments below. Is it raining? All right, I got to get out of here. All right, penny stock billionaires, CXAI. I'm gonna sit here a few more minutes. It's 1:40. I'll give it a few more minutes. I gotta get this thing to 35. We gotta see this at 35 cents. Somebody please buy the stock so that it goes to 35 cents. Okay, that's a joke. Do you have a premium channel, Keith? I had a premium channel. But I'll tell you what. If you want to get alerts, okay, I'm giving it to you free right now. It's free. We were charging it. Right now, it's free. Click the link above, and you go to sign up for a free email newsletter. Go to 10baggerblueprint.com, 10baggerblueprint.com, and you sign up for the free newsletter. We send out a free newsletter. It's 100% free. We give you our alerts on stocks. We tell you what's happening. Boom. IBM reached its lowest point in 1 month. Calls for 2 weeks. You know, I own IBM. I've owned IBM for a few months. For a few years. Again, I have a few stocks. This is like purely as like a long-term investment. How do these companies that pay you benefit from a quick pump? How do they benefit from a quick pump? Well, they do, but they really don't. I'm not in it for a quick pump. I'm in it for this thing to become a 10-bagger. I don't benefit from a quick pump because the only way I make any real money is if, this thing goes up 10x and I can, exercise the warrants that they give me. Okay, so my interests are aligned with the company. My interests are aligned in creating value. However, if there's a quick pump, there's liquidity, the stock goes up, they could probably raise money at a higher price. That's not my interest. So those are our interests are disaligned, because if a company does raise money on a pump, the stock will drop, and that makes me look bad. That damages my brand, and I don't make any real money. So why would I be interested in a quick pump? I'm not. I have zero interest in a quick pump. IBM. Boogie is asking, what are we pumping and dumping today? Boogie, if you want to know about pump and dumps, that's right. It's Jack Marks. This guy. See, unlike all these grifters out there that have these fake names, I don't hide behind a username. I don't hide behind a username or whatever. No, I give you the real deal. 10-Bagger Blueprint is the website to get our free newsletter. Okay, the ultimate pump and dump is Aduro. It's a Fugazi stock, ADUR. If you're looking for a pump and dump, Aduro is a Fugazi vaporware Canada scam stock going to zero. Slum, we're talking NVIDIA. Oh man, this guy's a degen. 1 week calls. I don't know. You know what? The problem is every time you do that stuff, every time you do these like 1 week, it always the next week is when it makes the move. I got burned a few weeks ago with Kinross, KGC, the gold company. I had the 27 calls. I paid, I think, $1, and the stock went to 29. And I'm thinking, okay, it's going to go higher. It's going to break out. It's going to go to 30. You know, it was expiration day. Guess where it ended up? I sold that. I basically took a 50% loss. I mean, because it could have gone to zero. Well, if it went to 27, it could have gone to zero. But you know, I was either going to make 300 out. It wasn't actually a good bet. Now that I think about it, that was not a good bet. I really thought the chart looked good, but that's not a good bet for options. With options, you got to aim for at least a 10x. I mean, with options, you got to go for 10x. Otherwise, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. NVIDIA. Let's look at the NVIDIA chart. NVIDIA chart actually looking pretty good. NVIDIA could pop. I mean, honestly, I don't know anything about NVIDIA. I know nothing about NVIDIA, but it could pop. Let me show you what I'm looking at over here. Again, I got nothing, no axe to grind with NVIDIA. You got a golden cross coming up on the 4-hour chart. And let me zoom out so you can see it looks actually much better. Looks like it wants to break out. You got a golden cross, buy signal, consolidation. I think NVIDIA wants to go much higher. Inverse head and shoulders, maybe. I think NVIDIA goes higher. I would not be surprised if we go to $200. You might get rich with NVIDIA options. Yeah, you might get rich with the NVIDIA options. Very possible. What do we got? Okay, so see, let me pull up. Let me do one last thing here. We're almost there. 34.99. Let me tell you, it's like pulling teeth. This thing just, wants the moon. This thing wants the moon. It's crazy. Oh, boom! There it is. Oop, there it is. 35 cents. There we go, guys. 35 cents CXAI, and now the breakout is about to get. But the real number is. Ooh, we're almost there. 30, really 36. We got to go above 36. We got to break 36 to get. We got to break the 200 moving average. We got to break this 200 moving average on CXAI. We just pulled back half a penny. Okay, we just pulled back half a penny. It's hard out there. It really is. I mean, this is not easy. Not easy. Very frustrating when you know it's about to happen. It's very. But here it is. It's about to move. It's about to move. I gotta send out our Telegram. All right, penny stock billionaire CXAI, 35 cents, 36 cents is the breakout level. Looks like it's going to happen as we go into the close. And next week, we could be tripling next week. CXAI, $1 target next week, potentially, not guaranteed. That's our Telegram channel. You want to see our Telegram channel? You want a free Telegram channel? This is our Telegram channel. We got trading signals all day long, free signals all day long. We got people making billions of dollars, literally trillions of dollars as we speak. Okay. We got people making trillions of dollars with our Telegram channel. You want the Telegram channel? Click the link above in the bio if you're watching on what do you call it? TikTok. Link below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Twitter, the link is in the bio. Okay, the links are in the bio to get our free Telegram channel so you can build generational wealth. What happened to PKK? Jean-Francois. Jean-Francois is asking, où est PKK? Où est PKK? PKK is, what do you say? The toilet. Andiamo a toilet. It's in the toilet, basically. Went to the toilet. PKK is a stock. When we launched that stock, it went up 2,000%. It went up 20x. People made 20 times their money. This company raised $50 million, okay? And that's it. We were done. I mean, as far as I was concerned, is okay. This thing hit $14 a share. It had a, $400 million market cap. Sounds familiar? $400 million market cap, $14 a share. Just like a Duro. Basically, all the upside got pulled forward. So there was no upside left. So I'm not gonna, pump a stock with no upside. And by then, the CEO is, he raised a bunch of money. He's like, oh, I don't need to do promotion, whatever. I was okay, whatever. We had a good relationship with the guy, but look, he didn't need us anymore. He didn't want to do business with us anymore because he got what he wanted. He doesn't need us anymore. I haven't heard from him in a long time. But that stock went from $14. With us, it went from 70 cents to $14, basically. It went up 20x. And from $14, it went back to where? Null. Zero. It's basically zero. I don't know. Is it trading? I don't even know what's going on with PKK, frankly. I'll pull it up. I'll pull up PKK. I have no idea what's going on with PKK. Let me just see. PKK. Is it halted? I don't know. Is it not trading? Let's see the US symbol. PKKFF is I guess it's halted. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's not trading anymore. What is it? No, they all come back. I mean, eventually these Canadian Fugazi stocks come back. Look, this is why I'm really trying not to do stuff with Canadian stocks because, it's always some Fugazi thing going on there. They're not serious. These companies are just not serious. I'm sorry, they're just not serious. They're not serious people is the problem. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you. We got the PKK chart on the screen. Okay, you want to see the PKK chart? Okay, so we got involved with PKK. I'm going to show you the chart with PKK right over here. It was right over here, November of 2020, I think it was. Yeah, right over here was 70 cents. Actually, it was 37 cents, but with the split, whatever. Okay. Anyway, it was let's call it 70 cents because anyway, it was here, and it was quiet for a little while. It went up, consolidated. I told everybody it's going to break out. This is where I was for 6 months. I was saying it's going to break out, and I was dead wrong for 6 months. No, it was like 3 months. Okay, we had a consolidation, and I was telling everybody. Jean-Francois probably remembers. I was saying it's going to break out, and guess what happened? It actually dropped, and then it broke out. Boom! All the money was made as I predicted. Now, how did I know this? If you had read my book, 10 Bagger Blueprint, you would know all the money is made in the second wave. So that was your second wave. And then, you know, kind of hang around, blah, 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 for a few months. And then, you know, we weren't involved anymore. And, you know, boom. Where is it now? It's not even a penny. It's trading at a third of a cent. Oh, is it 3? Oh, I'm sorry, it's 3 cents. 3 cents. I think that's what's going to happen with a Duro. A Duro is a Fugazi pump and dump, okay? And by the way, okay, here we go. Okay, CXAI. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave now. We got beautiful charts set up. Well, I'll see you guys Friday. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Here's to your 100x in 2026. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's go to the YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that stock. I have no idea. All right, guys, that's it. CXAI. Put this on your watch list. I'll see you in the new year.